So I thought it was time that I did a video really just to explain a little bit about our roller guide and what you would receive if you was to place an order with VADConcepts for one of the three options. I guess you can buy the complete set, you can buy one of the rollers with the spacer, or just one of the roller guides on its own. So a roller guide on its own essentially would be what I'm holding now. We'd have the guide itself, sprung-loaded roller, the T-bar to fit the universal T-slot in table saws, band saws, router tables, for example, and obviously two of the thumb wheels as well. So on a table saw, the way you would use this, the way that I use it, is essentially if I was going to rip this piece of purple heart here, I would set the guide up somewhere around about here. I place about 2 millimeters of compression probably on the spring and just lock this down. And now you can see as this rolls in, it's pinched by the roller and the spring. You see that compression, it's pushing that back now and preloading this, holding this against the fence, keeping fingers, hands away from this area, and just generally giving you more control, better results. So that's a table saw scenario. I think there would possibly be a situation where you would also use the spacer and a second roller on a table saw. My fence isn't high enough for that, but if you was going to extend the fence and you was having some tall boards that you were running through this way, perhaps putting a dado slot in the bottom of or something, and you wanted to try and prevent this type of movement, then you could use a double stack as well. But I think these would obviously work well on the router table singularly as well. So if you order the roller and the spacer, you would receive essentially this, allowing you to have this set up or to move it up 50 millimeters to apply pressure at a higher point. You would then receive this T-bar with two hex head bolts like this to work with this roller stack. Actually, these bolts are 6-inch, you'd get 5-inch for this particular setup. And you'd receive a T-bar with two T-bolts and the knobs here to use when you're using it singly like this.